We're talking hits with Jason Aldean on the most impactful countdown in country music. Always great to see you. And if I could begin by saying thank you so much again for showing up, several months ago to Acoustic Alley at Country Radio Seminar, and you performed, dude. You just owned the night. So thank you for that as always.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was a blast to see you guys and getting up there with my buddy John Morgan, new artist we've been working with for a few years now. Finally, got a big single out on him, and so yeah, it was great, man. It was a good time.
You aren't given enough credit for bringing this freaking guitar rock sound back to country music.
To that, I just feel like we kind of did things our way. We cut music the way we felt like it's supposed to sound, and I think that's the beauty of when you bring new artists into a genre. Like, the wave of guys that are coming in now don't do things like we did. They may, right. They may have some of that influence and use it here and there, but they're going to do things their way. And it was the same thing for us. I had influences from, George Strait, and Millsap, and Alabama, and those guys, but I also had a lot of influence from Black Crowes and the Allman Brothers and Leonard Skinner and all the 80s rock guys. So, it was us kind of bringing what we felt like it was supposed to sound like into the genre, and it was heavy. It was definitely different than anything else that was going on at the time. Probably started to hear a little bit more of the big guitars, the more rock sound stuff now, more so than there used to be. But yeah, man. I don't know. Like I said, we just always had fun with it and played it the way we felt like it was supposed to sound, and sort of let it happen the way it was supposed to happen.
You've been doing this a while. You're an absolute veteran at this. What would you say is the biggest change in country music in the past 10 years?
I would say streaming, and just like, our artists now not really coming as much from record companies, and really, I see the trend of versus trying to build a career with artists, they try to capitalize on one viral song. Maybe, it's like they'll give an artist a bunch of money to cut this one song they'll put out because they feel like they can make a little bit of money. They can make their money back on this one viral hit or whatever. But there's no career down the line, more than just today. And I think that kind of sucks for artists and just for building careers. It's like you're pulling somebody off of TikTok or whatever it may be just for one song that they had that's, getting some streams on its own, and then, have a hit and then they go away. You don't ever hear from them again. And so, I see that as kind of a trend that I hope doesn't last, just for the artist standpoint. Artists get into this game, they want to have a career. They don't want to just have a hit and be gone. So,
right.
And unfortunately, a lot of them are too young to realize that that's what's happening when they're getting this opportunity with this one song or whatever it is. And so I would just say, like, that's been a trend that I see that I hope doesn't last, and I hope they get back to building careers for artists.
Do you have a dream collaboration right now?
Yeah, there's always artists that I'm a fan of. I look at artists, and Adele, I think is one of the best singers, obviously, of our generation. She would be great to work with. I don't know, like, to me, if the song comes along and there's somebody out there that I feel like would be cool with it, I start pitching that song, to them, and just trying to get them on board, and I love working with other artists, and I feel like when you have the right song, it can be really cool. But I also have never tried to, like, force that, like, hey, I want to do a song with so-and-so. Doesn't matter the song, I just want to do a song with them. Like,
gotcha.
You know what I mean? It has to be the right thing for me, and it has to be something that I feel like is going to sound right with, whoever we're looking at.
Would you sort of sum up your feelings again about this song and why you felt it was so special?
I heard this song and it immediately resonated with me because of my son. My son's 6 years old, and really crazy times we're living in. And in my mind, I'm like, man, this is what my kid is going to have to deal with. Like, this is what we're leaving him to deal with when he gets older. And it's just, as a parent, it's my job to make sure he doesn't have to worry about it right now. Focus on being a kid now. Let dad handle this. And then when you get older, I want to raise you in a way that, when you get older, you're prepared for this. Because one thing I've learned at this stage in life is, like, and you never know what the next day is going to look like. And so, just raising him to be prepared for that, and just to be a leader and just a good human, just a good person that's going to do great things. That's what I want for him, and it's my job to prepare him for that.
Man, Jason Aldean, our country music ambassador. I mean, we're lucky for it. And dude, as always, you give us so much time, and I'm grateful for it. The world is ending in 5 minutes, man. Let's say, if you could hear just one song, what song are you listening to on the way out?
Let's listen to a little "Hell's Bells" by AC/DC.
Hey, thank you as always. Congratulations again on Let Your Boys Be Country, and thank you for the time and everything, dude. I can't wait to see you again.
Appreciate it, Fitz. Good to see you, buddy.